Have you heard of Carlo Acutis, the young man whose influence continues even after his departure? His remarkable journey and the mysteries linked to his life and legacy still captivate and inspire people around the world. Carlo, through his deep faith and innovative use of technology to spread the gospel message, left a lasting spiritual impact that goes beyond his time. But what could he be telling us today? And what message does your mother carry about the future through her prophetic dreams? If you are curious about this edifying story and want to learn how Carlo can influence your life, keep reading to find out how your miracles and messages are transforming the world. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel to explore more inspiring stories of figures of faith that can guide your spiritual journey. Share this with those who need a source of inspiration and leave your prayer request in the comments. Together, let's strengthen our faith and face the challenges of life with courage and hope. Every mother who lost a child longs for just one time to see him, feel her presence or hear her voice, even if it happens only in a dream. A dream like this, though fleeting, offers the chance to give one last goodbye, to know how his son is and if he found peace. For many mothers, this experience, though symbolic, brings comfort and soothes the heart after a painful loss. But what if this dream is much more than just a passing image? What if he crosses the boundaries of ordinary dreams and becoming a deep revelation, an urgent message from another kingdom? This is exactly what happened to Antonia Salzano, Carlo Acutis' mother, a young Catholic whose life continues to inspire thousands. One night, in a dream that seemed much more than a product of her subconscious mind, she received a revelation from her son who moved her deeply and shocked her. It was not just a reminder of the time they spent together. He carried something much bigger, a mysterious message with a weight beyond what a mother could imagine. What surprised her most was that this dream was not just a reflection of her pain or one last goodbye. He carried a significant and alarming message, so serious that he had the potential to change the way we see the world and our faith. Carlo's revelation gave to his mother was not just a personal. It could have meaning for the whole community of faith and possibly for humanity. Would it be a warning? A message from beyond? It was not only the content of the dream that worked Antonia, but also the strange phenomena that occurred in Carlo's tomb after his death, who intrigued scientists and believers. The inexplicable events in their tomb surprised many, and some began to wonder if Carlo was chosen for something much bigger. But what exactly did he reveal to his mother? What secrets are hidden in this extraordinary dream? And what happened in your grave that even made skeptical scientists question if supernatural forces were in action? Who was Carlo Acutis? For those who are not familiar with their history, Carlo was a young Catholic who stood out for his exceptional approach to life, despite his tragic brevity. Born on May 3, 1991, in London, he spent most of his life in Italy. From a very young age, Carlo has shown not only deep faith, but also impressive technological skills. While many of his colleagues used the internet mainly for entertainment, Carlo saw in it an evangelization tool, especially to reach young people who had moved away from the church. At only 11 years old, Carlo began an ambitious project that soon gained attention. He decided to document and catalog all the Eucharistic miracles that occurred throughout the history of the Church. This project required immense spiritual dedication and discernment, something that many adults do not have. Carlo spent numerous hours researching, traveling and documenting each of these miracles, gaining recognition not only locally, but throughout the Church. Through his deep faith and passion for technology, Carlo has become an inspiration for hundreds of thousands of people around the world. Although her life was brief, she was spiritually rich. Carlo Acutis died at age 15 after a short battle against leukemia. However, his death was not the end of his story. On the contrary, It seems that his influence on others became stronger after his departure from this world. The revelations that emerged after his death, along with the strange events in his grave, attracted the attention not only of the faithful but also from paranormal scientists and researchers. Could Carlo, even after death, had something more to share with the world? Wasn't your mission complete, but was it still more intensely? The mysteries around her grave, her mother's dreams, and the revelations she received may contain a message that transcends the traditional understanding of faith and spirituality. This story is not just about loss. It is about hope and a spiritual mission that perhaps only now is fully realized. If this story touches your heart and you feel that Carlo Acutis has a significant message to you, be sure to enjoy this video and share it with someone who needs faith and hope. Subscribe to our channel to follow more inspiring stories of saints and heroes of faith that can transform your spiritual journey. Keep watching, because what you will see next can change the way you see your own way to God. If this story touches your heart and you feel that Carlo Acutis has a significant message to you, be sure to enjoy this video and share it with someone who needs faith and hope. Subscribe to our channel to discover more inspiring stories about saints and heroes of faith that can transform your spiritual journey. Watch out, because what you will see can change the way you see your own way to God. Carlo Acutis, deeply rooted in faith and modernity, embraced technology to spread the message about Christ's presence in the Eucharist, a truth he considered tangible and undeniable. He believed that through the internet he could reach an even wider audience, including those who may not have access to such information for various reasons. His website, dedicated to documenting Eucharistic miracles, aimed to show the world that the Eucharist is not just a symbol but a real presence of God. Carlo wanted all who visited his site to feel the power of faith and approach the mysteries of the Church, which often seemed distant to many. Despite his young age, Carlo demonstrated extraordinary spirituality. He attended the Mass daily and always carried a third with him, who became his constant companion in prayer and contemplation. Known for his willingness to help others, Carlo was actively involved in charity activities while also leading the life of a typical teenager. He had friends, followed his interests, was in love with technology and liked sports. This balance between spirituality and everyday life set him apart from his colleagues. However, in 2006, his life took a tragic course when he was diagnosed with leukemia, and the disease progressed rapidly. Despite this, Carlo faced his destiny with a remarkable calm, surprising those around him. At just 15 years old, he passed away, but even then, his spiritual strength was evident in everything he did. He offered all his suffering to Christ, the Pope, and the Church, seeing his illness as part of a larger divine plan. His unshakable faith and peaceful acceptance of death inspired those who knew him and many others who later heard his story. What made Carlo Acutis truly special was not only his godly life, but the deep impact he had on people after his death. In 2020, Pope Francis beat him, recognizing him as a model of holiness for the youth of the digital age. Carlo has become a symbol of modern faith, demonstrating that technology can be a tool to approach God, not just a means of entertainment. After its beatification, the number of miracles attributed to it began to grow, attracting the attention of the faithful from around the world. Carlo Acutis's tomb, located in Assisi, became a pilgrimage place for thousands. People come in search of comfort, praying, and many believe they were healed by their intercession. Surprisingly, many pilgrims share amazing stories of miracles and healings that occurred in this sacred place. One of the most intriguing phenomena linked to your tomb is the presence of rose petals surrounding your resting place. These petals, although they were harvested many years ago, remain fresh, as if time had stopped for them. They do not wither, challenging the laws of nature. Scientists who had the opportunity to study these petals confirmed that they behave in ways that cannot be explained by known natural processes. Although separated from the plant for a long time, the petals still absorb water as if they were alive. This phenomenon intrigues both the faithful and the researchers. Some interpret this as a divine intervention, a sign that Carlo, even in death, remains spiritually present and continues to perform miracles. But pink petals are not the only extraordinary events associated with Carlo. In Assisi, numerous other inexplicable events were recorded. People who visited their tomb report miraculous recurrences of serious illness, for which medicine had no answers. These reports often come from pilgrims who, upon returning from Assisi, claimed that their prayers were answered. Carlo Acutis became a symbol of hope for many and a testimony that, even in the digital age, it is possible to live with deep faith, and his influence did not end with his death. On the contrary, it seems that what happened after your departure is only the beginning of a much larger spiritual journey that continues to unfold. Carlo Acutis's tomb now serves as a place where spirituality and science seem to be accepted inexplicably. Is it really a divine intervention, or are these mysteries yet to be understood? What is clear is that Carlo, a blessed young man from the digital age, continues to inspire, heal, and touch the lives of people around the world. Carlo Acutis's story is full of inspiration and spiritual experiences that still move hearts around the world. Carlo not only dedicated his short life to the spread of faith, but his spiritual influence seems to grow every day, especially after his death. Although he was just a boy, his faith was incredibly mature, and his devotion to God and the Church went beyond mere religiosity. Carlo has created a website to show the world that Christ's presence in the Eucharist is real and palpable. He used technology to reach young people who often moved away from faith, believing that the internet could be a tool to help them rediscover God. His vision was innovative, and his enthusiasm showed that young people may have a tremendous impact on the spread of the good news. If this story touches your heart and you feel that Carlo Acutis has a significant message to you, be sure to enjoy this video and share it with someone who needs faith and hope. Subscribe to our channel to discover more inspiring stories about saints and heroes of faith that can transform your spiritual journey. Watch out, because what you will see can change the way you see your own way to God. Carlo attended the Mass every day, and a third was always in his hands. His spirituality was deep, but never interfered in his daily life. He had friends, interests, and liked sports and technology, which made him an ordinary teenager, but with extraordinary faith. His life suddenly turned in 2006 when he was diagnosed with leukemia. The disease progressed quickly, but Carlo accepted it with humility. He knew that his time on earth was limited, but offered all his suffering to Christ. His calm acceptance of death inspired not only his family, but also thousands of faithful around the world. After his death, Carlo's tomb in Assisi became a pilgrimage place, and many reported miraculous healings attributed to his intercession. The inexplicable phenomena around their tomb, such as the pink petals that never withered, have surprised scientists and faithful. However, the supernatural events linked to Carlo Acutis did not stop there. Something even more surprising came through his mother, Antonia Salzano. This is where Carlo's story gains a deeper dimension, reaching far beyond the ordinary earthly life. As many know, when a mother loses a child, the pain of separation persists every day. However, what Antonia experienced after her son's death went beyond common comfort. She started to have prophetic dreams in which Carlo appeared alongside Santos, delivering powerful messages about the future. Carlo, always spiritually mature, continued his mission even after death, visiting his mother in dreams to warn her about future events. In one of the most memorable dreams, Antonia met in a majestic church full of light, with Carlo next to St. Francis of Assisi. San Francisco looked at Antonia with deep peace before gesturing toward her son, who was surrounded by an intense light. It seemed that Carlo was being prepared for something bigger. Although Antonia did not fully understand the dream at first, over time, as Carlo accepted her illness and spoke about her death, she began to realize that this view was a foreshadowing of a greater mission. In another prophetic dream, Carlo appeared surrounded by a soft light, accompanied by other saints. This time his words carried a weight that Antonia had never felt before. Carlo told her that the world would face great difficulties and that spiritual darkness would swallow many. He warned that trial times were to come, where faith would be crucial. "Mother, many will deviate from the right way, and the faithful must be prepared, with hearts firmly rooted in God." If this story touches your heart and you feel that Carlo Acutis has a significant message to you, be sure to enjoy this video and share it with someone who needs faith and hope. Subscribe to our channel to discover more inspiring stories about saints and heroes of faith that can transform your spiritual journey. Watch out, because what you will see can change the way you see your own way to God. Carlo Acutis, although he has left this young world, continues to inspire the faithful with his message of faith, hope, and dedication. His life and history, along with his mother's visions, serve as a deep reminder of the spiritual journey that each of us travels. Carlo was not only a symbol of holiness in the digital age, but also a reminder that faith has the power to transcend time and space. The prophetic dreams he shared with his mother are proof that even after death God works through his saints, and Carlo's mission is not ended with his departure. What Carlo transmitted his mother in these dreams, however, were not just words of comfort. It was much more urgent, a warning about the approaching challenges. Carlo revealed to her that the world was on the verge of great trials and that the faithful needed to prepare for the difficult times they would come. He spoke of a spiritual darkness that would swallow the world and trials that would touch each soul. He predicted a time when many would lose their way, deviating from the trail that leads to God. His message stressed that prayer and a deep connection with God would be crucial to support these difficult times. This spiritual warning was a call to awakening, a reminder that our faith must remain strong to face the future. Carlo's mother, Antonia, described her dreams as incredibly vivid and full of meaning. Each meeting with his son in these dreams brought new revelations, not only about the state of his beloved son, but also about the mission he continued to accomplish even after his death. Carlo, accompanied by Santos, revealed that his role in the church went far beyond his earthly life. What happened after your departure was just the beginning of something much bigger. His prophetic dreams and visions were not merely personal experiences, but warnings and reminders for the whole world that we should be ready for the spiritual challenges to come. In addition, Carlo related supernatural events do not end with their mother's dreams. The pilgrimages to their tomb in Assisi are full of remarkable stories of cures, miracles, and inexplicable phenomena that continue to surprise scientists. One of the most surprising phenomena is the pink petals that surround their tomb, which never wither, remaining fresh despite the passage of time. These petals, often seen as one of the miracles associated with Beato Carlo, were studied by scientists who confirmed that their state challenges the laws of nature, adding to the spiritual meaning of the place. But miracles are not limited to the petals. Pilgrims travel from all over the world, praying for healing, and many report that their prayers were answered. Stories of miraculous healing after visiting Carlo's tomb are numerous, and every day new reports of graces received by their intercession appear. Even in death, Carlo continues to act in the lives of the faithful, bringing them hope and reminding them of the power of prayer. The visions experienced by his mother and the miracles associated with his tomb remind us that even in today's world, full of challenges and confusion, Faith has extraordinary power. Carlo, a young man with a heart full of God, shows that holiness is not just something from the past, but is accessible to everyone, regardless of the age or time we live in. Your life is a testimony that even in the digital world we can live deeply rooted in faith and become an instrument of God's love. All of these signs and messages suggest that Carlo Acutis is more than just a blessed young man. His mission continues, and his life serves as a guide for those who seek a way to God in today's world. In times of uncertainty and spiritual trials, its history reminds us that prayer, humility, and dedication can help us face even the most difficult times. Brothers and sisters, the life and death of Carlo Acutis, along with his mother's visions, are a clear reminder of the deep mystery of faith. San Francisco, who appeared in Antonia's dreams, indicated that Carlo would play a significant role in the Church, a role that transcends its earthly existence. Your miracles continue to confuse scientists, and your mother's visions point to something much bigger than we can imagine. Are we on the verge of a great spiritual revelation? Carlo Acutis's views seem to be more than just dreams. They are a call, a warning that challenging times are ahead. We must be spiritually prepared, just as Carlo faced his illness with unshakable faith. Perhaps we are also being called for a similar sacrifice and devotion to endure what is to come. The way we follow is full of challenges, but Carlo's example offers hope. Your life reminds us that even in the digital age, we can seek holiness and have a positive impact on the world. His mother's visions warn us to remain vigilant and ready to face the spiritual trials to come. May Carlo Acutis and his message of faith, humility, and dedication continue to guide us. May your visions help us face the future with confidence and courage. Now I would like to hear your thoughts. What do you think Carlo is trying to tell us? Have you ever tried a miracle for your intercession? Share your story in the comments and leave a prayer request to someone in your life that needs support. Together we can strengthen our faith and continue this spiritual journey. I also invite you to subscribe to our new channel, where you will find saints' inspiring stories that teach us how to walk the path of faith with courage. Click on the video that appears on your screen and be sure to subscribe. His support is crucial as we build a community of believers united in the pursuit of salvation. I see you there. Finally, if Carlo's story has inspired you, be sure to enjoy this video and subscribe to our channel to be updated about more stories of Santos and their amazing life missions. Share this story with loved ones who need spiritual support and leave your prayer requests in the comments. Remember, together we can build a community of strong faith, supporting each other on the way to salvation. I see you in the next video.